So let's try this again about some things that I tried to record about the other day. So, my question is to you adults: do you act the way that you expect your child to act? Do you act the way that you would want others to treat you? If that answer is no, you need to stop, reevaluate the situation, and figure out what you need to do. It's one of those things. Some people are do as I say, not as I do, and some people, believe in the rule, you lead by example. And that's what I do. Actions tend to lead people better than just saying you need to do this. But I really think that's part of why we're seeing so many entitled brats these days that are, in the adult phase of life, or old enough to be called an adult, we'll say that can't handle differences, can't handle opinions that differ from theirs, and can't handle being told no. They've either learned it from being led, or they've been allowed to act that way throughout life. And that's ridiculous. I treat my kids the way that I want them to act. I treat my kids the way that I want them to treat others. Do I have a mouth on me? Yes. Am I that way with my kids? No. I really, really try hard to watch what I say in front of my children. Now, do I get mad if they let a cuss word slip, especially the oldest? As long as it's not directed at an adult or an authority figure, slipping here and there is not going to hurt nobody. It's a descriptive word, in my opinion. There's a time and a place, just like there should be for an adults too, Even with as bad as my mouth can get, I know there's a time and a place. So, there's that. And if you don't want your kids acting the way you do, that should really send off a signal to you that you're being a shitty person. Point blank. We've got so much going on in this world today, and it is horrible. So much hate, so much blaming, so much dishonesty, scapegoating, things that as adults we should know better. But some of our younger adults, I guess, were never taught any better, or they have it in their mind that they know better than their elders. I've never seen a generation, and when I say generation, I don't just mean like a generation that is slightly younger than me. I mean like this generation that's like early adulthood into late teens that are so driven and so disrespectful towards their elders because they think they know more. I was like that once. I think everybody goes through that. Okay, but it's how you handle it. I promise you, no matter how much you think you know, as when you're younger, is nothing compared to the knowledge that you will gain as you get older. That goes for the people that I see you, bashing, and the way that you guys talk is so uneducated, especially for some of you all to have college educations. It's astounding to me the way that you guys talk. It's horrible. And I'm not saying like language wise, I'm just saying like some of the words you guys use are just, I don't know. It's just one of those things. If the way you act is not how you would want somebody else to act around you, your children to act, or somebody to treat you, you really need to take a long, hard look in the mirror, do some soul searching, and start changing. Because if you don't want to be treated the way you're treating others, then why are you treating others that way? It's like I always say to my kids, if they say something that's really mean to each other, do you like it, or would you like it if somebody said that to you? Nope. Well, then why are you saying it to somebody else? It's that plain and simple. It's how things should be, but sadly, not a lot of people understand that. And too many parents don't want to be parents. They want to use the TV. They want to use video games, internet to let them to babysit for them so they don't have to be parents. Most parents don't realize that their kids have social media accounts, and if they do, they're not on their kids' social media accounts. They don't realize that their kids may have more than one. The rules here, if you have one, you have to add me, and I get your login, and everything goes through my email. Now, do I snoop? Absolutely not. It's in place for your own safety. Like, once I caught a guy that I knew that was 20 trying to talk to Caitlin. And as soon as I told her how old he was, because the alert came through that he was trying to add her on Facebook, I told her how old he was. And of course, she blocked him then. But, there's been some other ways that it's said her, but she's usually, if it's something that I need to know, she usually comes and tells me. But she also knows that I'm not going to sit there and go through every little thing. Because if I want to go through something, all I have to do is say, hey, I want to look at this. She's never given me a problem. Her brother's never given me a problem. They turn it over. They let me look. That's trust. And the only reason why I even want to look is for their own safety. And that is me being a parent. Plus, if I see them not necessarily bullying somebody, but just not being how I would want them to be treated, then we sit down and we talk about it. And I explain to them why that type of communication is not acceptable and how come they need to say, look, I'm sorry. So it's simple. Act how you want your kids to act. Act how you want others to treat you. And remember that positivity brings positivity and negativity only breeds negativity. Love you guys.